So, Sam, thank you so much for agreeing to be part of our project. First of all, introduce yourself.
So my name is Sam Freeman. My full name is Sammy with I-E. Um, I'm 21 years old. I'm from Dallas, Texas. And basically I play basketball here for the University of Pacific. And I feel like it was one of the best choices I made college-wise and for my athletics-wise, individually, for my game to grow as well as my academics to grow. Just because it feels like a home environment. But I mean, I'm really more of an open book, so I mean, I can really just sit here and talk to you about everything all day. So I mean, if that was the case, I could just get into a little story, but that's pretty much that's like basically like the surface of who I am.
Oh yeah, feel free to talk. So what's your major?
I used to major in psychology, but I had just recently changed it over to communications.
Oh, cool.
And I want to minor in philosophy.
Wow. So when do you hope to graduate?
I hope to graduate in 2023, which is actually my graduating year. But since COVID, since like we got a year back for basketball, so we kind of like we can take more extra class for our extra year if we play basketball. So technically, I was supposed to graduate in 2023, but now I'm on track to graduate in 2024.
Okay, cool. That's so cool. All right then. So you're all the way from Dallas, Texas. So tell me, how did you find out about UOP?
Well, actually, it's a pretty long process. It was kind of like when I came from Dallas, I went to school in Minnesota for 2 years, and then I had transferred from there to here. But the history behind it is like our head coach right now, he's my dad's best friend. So he's like more of like a godfather to me. So he's kind of like one of my father figures. So I mean, he like really kind of just told me he told me everything, like how he knew my dad and everything. And we just kind of just linked. We kind of just linked up after that. And I kind of just basically found my way in here. He gave me an offer and I came here, and like that was a really good decision for me at the time.
Those definitely. So are you first generation college student or?
Both of my parents went to college. So my dad actually met him in college. They were college roommates, actually. Oh. And then my mom was with my dad at the time. So they all three just knew each other. It was like all close.
So would you say that you were expected to go to college then because of that?
I would say I was for my mom for sure. I was expected to go to college for my mom. She definitely wanted me to get any kind of degree, any some way somehow, just because of like how I am, or like basically my background culture. She's just like, it's just like we're a school family, to be honest. Like all of my grandma, my aunties, they all went to college. Everybody went to college, so yeah, it's kind of expected.
Right, so it's in your genes, really. It's in your genes. I like that. Okay, then. So, I like that idea though, because that's just encouraging you to keep the legacy going, really, for the next generation. As an African American male, have you experienced on this particular campus any biases? Whether it's student or faculty, and if you haven't, then you haven't.
I wouldn't say I haven't. I'd probably just say like I've probably gotten used to like a lot of biases, just like being like where I'm from in Dallas was like majority Black, and then moving out of there and going like to Minnesota where it's like, it's diverse, but it's majority Caucasian. So it's kind of like I kind of had the best of like both worlds, and like a better terms, I kind of like had the Black experience, not like the Caucasian experience, and then coming over here, it's kind of like there's a little bit diverse, but like I mean, at the same time, I feel like I'm not really stereotyping. Like nobody's really stereotyping me. I just feel like that's just kind of like how people are at this point. So I kind of just like accept it a little bit.
Okay, I understand that you're saying. So is it more like microaggressions rather than out and out? Do you think?
Yeah, microaggression. That's a good word for microaggression. Just I'm kind of tall. I have dreads and I'm Black. So I mean, definitely it's been like just a few little experiences, but like nothing really just out of the ordinary where it's like it's an issue or anything. Just kind of expected.
Right. So how do you navigate that then? I mean, you say you expect it, but how do you navigate through it?
I mean, I just told him like my character is bigger than my color. You know, I'm
Ooh.
more of I'm more of like a people's person. To see if you like want to say that. I mean, if anybody would see me and just be like, you know, he's kind of like he's tall, he's kind of tough, you know. But like if you get to know me, you know, you actually know like I'm really just more of like a chill, laid back guy, and I really just like putting a smile on people's faces. That's all. Like I just feel like I kind of compensate that with my personality.
That's so cool. That is so cool. So, what are some of the positive aspects then? I think you did mention one or two at the beginning, but can you be a bit more specific about, you know, being a student on campus here at UOP?
Specific in what
The positive things that you've experienced. Yeah.
okay, yeah. I mean, like being a student here for one, it's already a blessing to be here because we're at such a prestigious university. So it's like any degree out of here is going to be worth a lot. Like in the future, it's going to be very beneficial for me and my life and my family. For one, that's just right off the top. And then two, like being an athlete here, like it's just you know everybody knows who you are, so it's not really like you know you're just kind of floating around trying to find your identity. Like you know everybody shows you love. You know we get a lot of donators, we get a lot of like fans coming to our games, just like a lot of like energy. It's a lot of good energy. So I feel like it's just like a lot of positive vibes here in this specific campus.
Right. So you mentioned before then about the experience with COVID that you can actually extend your time a little while to get some of the time back. So is that the same? Is that with basketball? Is that the same with your academic classes?
Um, no, it's so with basketball, like you have like a year back. So like let's say like technically I'm supposed to be going to my senior year right now, but I'll be a junior in basketball, but like I'll be taking senior year classes. So I mean an extra year of school is just be an extra year of school, just like just for my major, for what I'm my degree I'm chasing. So I'll have to take an extra year of school anyway
Right.
in order to be able to like graduate with that degree. So I'll be able to play basketball and do schoolwork at the same time.
Okay. So how do your professors how do you, you know, if you're having a issue academically, let's say, is do you find that your professors are very open and accessible for you to help you create, you know, through that, whatever the issue might be?
Yeah. Yeah, that I feel like they're really open just to, you know, just to help me be successful in that class, you know, also with being like on the road or I'm not really in class a lot. So they try to, you know, try to catch me up a little bit faster. I feel like they're more like in tune with me trying to be successful in their classes.
That's so cool. That's so cool. So, what would you say to encourage any current and specifically African American, Black African American, because we're not all African American, and you know, current students and incoming students? Is there anything that you would share with them to help encourage them to kind of, you know, get through their academic career, as it were, or their so they can achieve their major, minor?
Um, as like for like not all African Americans are just students coming to campus.
Because I'm really focusing on Black African Americans. So yeah, you know, because of our needs, and especially as a male as well.
Mhm. Okay, well, I mean, advice I would give them is just the advice I would give myself. You know, don't let like the stereotypes, you know, affect you. You know, you have to have your positive energy illuminate throughout anything. To be honest, like I feel like that's just what I really go by, and I feel like that's how I've been getting through my days, at least. If like, not to say like it's been hard or anything, just like you know, just that's just how I am, and I feel like that's just like more of like a just a positive trait for me, and I feel like that's just it would be the best way to move around for anybody who would be going through something like that if
Right.
it would be like affecting them like that.
So cool. I know that, you know, because you're athletes, you are very much have a great camaraderie. Teams have to really, you know, connect with each other to be able to communicate silently on the basketball court. So are you involved in any other organizations on campus at all?
To be honest, I really haven't expanded my horizons yet. I don't need other like organizations or teams or anything. I've really kind of just been, you know, like majority basketball to be honest, because it's really like I would say it's my first year like actually being on a team that like feels like a team, you know, like it feels like a family. So I kind of just been putting all my time into, you know, making this greater than what it can be, like reaching its full potential, team-wise.
So would you ever think then, as you progress throughout your career here, that you might, you might think about looking at other organizations, whether it's a fraternity or Black Student Success or anything like that?
I'm never gonna turn down any open organizations. Like I feel like I'm definitely open-minded to a lot of things. So I feel like if the opportunity presents itself, then I'll definitely take advantage of it.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Before we go, I would wonder, do you have a quote or something that you've read or someone shared with you that you found encouraging that you'd like to share right now?
A quote. That's a lot of quotes actually. I have a few quotes.
You can do more than one if you want.
Yeah, I mean, just I can't really quote anything, but like I feel like, just make sure you take as full advantage of life as you can, because it's really, to be honest, it's really short, and you have to seize the day while you can. So I feel like that's like more of like a quote for me. That's like one of the biggest quotes that gets me through the day. Like, you're not gonna be here long, you're not gonna be forever. So you might as well just go ahead, get that job opportunity, go try some new things, go make some new friends, try this business move. Like, just take risks.
Yeah, I like that idea though. Essentially seize the day. I like that very, very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what? I want to say thank you so much, Sam, for taking the time to be part of our project. We really appreciate it. And thank you so much for your time. I could talk to you for longer, but I know time is an issue.
It's all good.
But thank you so much.
I have a quick question for you, actually. If this is cool, I just want to ask, like, are you from where are you from?
I'm from England.
You're from England, okay.
Yeah, and that's why we're looking at the Black experience, Black African American, because people just assume if you're Black, you're African American. And on the campus we have people from Nigeria, Ghana, etc. So there are other Blacks here as well, and so we're looking at their experience as well. Because it's cultural differences. Even though we have the same shade skin, we have different backgrounds. So yeah. Oh yeah.
That's cool.
You're welcome.
Cool. Yeah, thank you.
No, you're welcome. I'm gonna have that on the video. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what's up.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And feel free, to reach out again. We're gonna keep this going.
Of course. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you.
Take care.
You too. Bye.